We have an update from one of our sponsors, the VegasNearMe app. They are constantly working to add more information. We tell you that all the time. The app is free. We also tell you that. But gosh, when we get these updates, it really is incredible how much information is inside.
Yeah, VegasNearMe has recently partnered with Vegas.com to get you the best prices on show tickets. In fact, they have over 1,000 shows listed inside the app.
And also, we know sometimes you need a quick break or a familiar go-to when you're in Las Vegas. And they do have more than 1,400 chain restaurants and stores listed in there. They have more than 8,000 individual locations, so you can find them. We're talking Walgreens, Starbucks, fast food, you name it.
And we all love to save money, don't we? Well, Vegas Near Me is going to help with that, too. Right now, they're offering 50% off of shows at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, plus a $99 bottle package at Crazy Horse 3 for up to 4 people, including transportation.
Yeah, that's a good deal. And there's lots of other deals in there, too. So get in and look around. Vegas Near Me is free. You don't have to put in your email. Download it in the Google or Apple App Store. Hours, locations, even the length of shows are in there. It's really good. You can even find live music, kid-friendly activities, maps of inside the hotels and casinos. It really is a lot of information in your hand.
It is. Vegas Near Me. Download it today. It is episode 218 of Vegas Revealed, an off-strip restaurant with a top chef in the kitchen. We check out the new spot this week.
Fontainebleau yells action on its summer pool plans. We'll explain.
And you know him from Dancing with the Stars. Now Gleb Sevchenko is hosting Chippendales for a limited time. We chat with the dancing pro.
Also, Old Red gets the key to the strip, and Blake Shelton was there to receive it. We were there too.
Plus, a happy 25th anniversary to the Venetian. What they have in store to celebrate.
It's all coming up this week on Vegas Revealed.
Vegas Revealed, presented by Level Up Law, starts now.
Welcome to Vegas Revealed, episode 218. Sean McAllister and Dana Roselli here with you. And man, Dana, it has just been a whirlwind lately.
It really has. We had a big project for 4 days. We had events that we needed to go to for the podcast and to cover for the TV show. Our last episode, actually audio and television, focused on an interview with the new CEO and founder of Dreamscape. Well, he's not new to Dreamscape, but he's the new owner of the Rio, Eric Birnbaum. And it has just taken off. People are loving it. We are so appreciative that they thought it was interesting and they learned a lot. I mean, at this moment in like 24 hours, it has, thousands and thousands of views on YouTube.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible. And I mean, we kind of anticipated what kind of reaction we would get to that interview because previously when we did coverage at the Rio, we just got so many questions from listeners and viewers about everything that was going on over there. So, I mean, it wasn't surprising that there was a good reaction to the interview, but I was kind of blown away by the volume that it's been getting. Yeah,
and like you just said, I think that we kind of knew there was interest, which is why we pursued the interview.
Right.
And then once we did the interview, we thought, wow, he really answered all our questions without hesitation. He was an open book, let's put it that way.
Yes.
So I think people learned a lot. People find it interesting. So we're glad you did. It is up on our Vegas Revealed YouTube. And if you want to hear that interview in audio, you can just go right to our last podcast, episode 217.
And by the way, we were just back at the Rio to interview Gleb Sevchenko, who is going to be the temporary celebrity host of Chippendales. And, as we mentioned in the open of the show, we have that interview coming up here in just a few minutes.
Yeah. And in the interview that we did with the new owner of the Rio, he said the Chippendales aren't going anywhere. They've been here a long time and he is keeping them over at the Rio. So love that.
Yeah, lots of people are happy about that.
Yeah, we did this 4-day project, as I mentioned at the top of the show, down in Southern Highlands. We do it every year. We do a video and interviews and put together a great recap video for Olympia companies. They do this Governor's Black Tie Bash. And boy, Sean, this year was bigger than ever.
It really was. More than $1.5 million raised over this 4-day span of multiple events. There's a golf tournament, black tie dinner with the governor, this big grand bash with multiple performers this year. Not only was Midland performing, the country band Midland, but also Joe Nichols got up there and performed. I think there was 700 plus people in the room for that show.
Yeah. It was great. They had this VIP barbecue to kick it off where they were doing the, what do you call it? Hat shaping. Cowboy
steam
hat
it,
shaping.
They shape it.
That was interesting.
Clean them. Yeah. There was a brunch with the first lady of the state of Nevada, Donna Lombardo, a $1 million shot competition. Basically, if one of the golfers who qualifies, if they get a hole-in-one on this one course, it's $1 million that's won. It's split 50-50 between the golfer and all of the 8 charities that money is being raised for. So it is just a packed 4 days. We were out there covering it all, and a lot of money was raised and is doing a lot of good for a bunch of organizations here in Southern Nevada.
Yeah, and we got to meet some of our Vegas Revealed listeners,
we
too.
did, which was so exciting.
I know. A bunch of people came up to us and said, hey, we listen, and we were so proud. We're so glad that people are listening. You know, we started the podcast in 2020, and we love how much it's grown outside of the Las Vegas market, but also within Las Vegas.
Yeah, and we love to get feedback over email, which we've talked about just about every episode. Mm-hmm. But we love the face-to-face meetings too. So if you are a listener, come and let us know if you see us out and about anywhere, because we love to put faces with our listeners and viewers.
And while we were down in Southern Highlands, it was your birthday while we were in the midst of all this. And one night we had an event, only lasted till about 7 o'clock. So I said, where can we go in this area? We wanted to gather some friends, celebrate your birthday. So we picked Pine Bistro because we had heard about it, but had never been because we don't get down to that part of town a lot. But man, we loved it, didn't we?
It turned out to be a great spot. So we walked in, there was a really nice, swanky lounge area with the indoor dining room.
Yeah.
And then we stepped out and found our friends sitting out there on the patio, which was a great patio and a beautiful night.
Oh, it was. We all enjoyed it so much and enjoyed the food. The chef is from, used to work at the Wynn Las Vegas, but the food, I had this kebab with rice. It was delicious. And we had some baba ganoush and hummus and pita to start.
It really was. It was so good and fresh.
Yeah.
Like the freshness of Mediterranean food is what I really like.
Yeah.
And you don't feel heavy afterwards.
Right. And I don't want to say, like, it's hard to say, like, we didn't expect it to be that good, but we kind of were. We just didn't know going in that it was going to be as nice as it was.
Exactly. Exactly. We were very, very happy with our entire experience over there.
The staff was great, too. Our waiter was very attentive. It's located on Dean Martin, just to the south of Cactus, and that's right off the I-15. So they open 5 p.m. to 2 a.m., I think it is, late night. So that's great. Also, they just started a weekend brunch, literally, like this weekend. So they're doing that now, too. So it seems like they're kind of expanding, and they should. It's a great spot, and highly recommend Pine Bistro down there in the Southern Highlands area.
Yeah. Speaking of brunch, by the way, I just saw Emmett's Vegas over at Fashion Show is starting to open up earlier for lunch and brunch in addition to dinner service.
Oh, good.
So now you can go over there for lunch.
Yeah, I figured that would happen eventually, but I know it just seemed like it was a good fit, right? I mean, so many brunches out there right now. Actually, in our tips, we have a brunch that we're going to recommend as well if you want to try. It's on the Las Vegas Strip, which is really cool. But that's great about Emmett's as well. In the midst of all that, we stopped over to, oh my gosh, we've been busy, over to Old Red to watch Blake Shelton and Old Red get the key to the Las Vegas Strip. And, you know, we've talked about Old Red. A lot of people have been there already. There's lines to get in all the time. It gets so much buzz. Sits there right on Las Vegas Boulevard at Flamingo.
Yeah, and so Old Red is run by the Ryman Hospitality Group, which is also affiliated with the Grand Ole Opry. And Blake Shelton, being an Opry member, you know, has worked with them to develop his Old Red honky tonks.
Yeah.
The largest and newest one being here in Las Vegas. So all of the Opry and Ryman folks were in town from Nashville for this presentation. Blake Shelton was up there for the presentation and talked about being here, having a location in Las Vegas and really kind of utilizing it to farm new country talent on the West Coast.
Yeah. I mean, along with the food, cocktails, beer, there's live music every single night.
Yeah.
And I know people love that part of it. And when someone had asked Blake while we were there, we did this, it was kind of like a press conference / kind of moderated chat, I guess you should say, where we were. And someone had asked, do you expect this to be this extension of Nashville? Kind of like you mentioned. And he did say, listen, opening Old Red, it's massive. It's a large property. It's right there in front of the Horseshoe, by the way, and across from the Bellagio. But he said, it's been a lot of hard work, and we may not see any large as Old Red country type venues open up in Las Vegas anytime soon, but he wouldn't be surprised if we do see more of this kind of venue opening up in Las Vegas in the future. And here's why.
Just based on what we've seen since January when it opened, it's extremely obvious that people are starving for a place that's not so over the top in your face that you can relax and have a beer, have music in the background and talk and feel like you're at a party, but not necessarily, at a show, you know what I mean? And that's what happens in Nashville it's just all about the music that's happening all the time that you can take in and different artists and stuff like that, This really does feel like you're stepping in onto Broadway in Nashville. I don't know if you've been there before, but this isn't what Nashville's like, and especially with the live music, no matter when you come in here, it's going to be happening here.
Great to be there and hear from Blake. He also did back-to-back performances on two separate nights. Gwen Stefani was here with him. Gwen's family from California came out for the performance too. So it was a family gathering for the official grand opening of Old Red, even though it's been open since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and he was saying that Gwen's family loves when they go to that location because it's closer to them in California.
Yeah.
So pretty soon they'll have a high-speed train, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
They did break ground on that Bright Line high-speed train, by the way, which we'll talk about more in another episode. But it was great to see Blake. I was shocked at how tall he is.
He is.
I've never seen him in person. Well, I have seen him in person when he came to Gwen's show and sang on stage, but I hadn't been that close to Blake Shelton before.
Okay.
And I realized, wow, he's towering tall.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I mean, definitely very, I don't know.
Statuesque.
Nashville, statuesque, cowboy, Marlboro Man kind of look going on there. I liked it.
It works with the whole Blake brand, doesn't it?
It does. Well, Blake mentioned that there probably wouldn't be any country bar restaurants of that size opening anytime soon, but there are actually some things that we found out, some rumors flying around that Morgan Wallen may be opening a spot right there in front of Aria near the Arte Museum in Ocean Prime. Not confirmed though, but we're pretty sure it's happening.
Yeah, there's reports out there about building permits being applied for this 10,000 square foot 2-floor space, potentially with a rooftop patio even. So again, these are just kind of reports and rumors that are flying around out there, not officially confirmed.
It sounds like it's more of a country restaurant, by the way, too, not like a big honky tonk like Old Red.
But music's still involved also. I believe Morgan is also currently working right now to open a place in Nashville as well. Someone else who has a place already in Nashville is Jason Aldean, and there are also rumblings that he could be looking at some spaces here in Las Vegas to open a honky tonk as well. So who knows? This could be the start of a new country era here in Las Vegas with celebrity, honky tonks popping up all over and whatever. We've heard the phrase Nash Vegas before.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if that started happening.
And speaking of eras, in the midst of all this, our project, Meet and Blake, down in Olympia, Taylor Swift debuted a new album. I feel like this is the only outlet I have to give my take on it because everyone's talking about their take. So much going on with it. We don't need to recap everything, but I have been listening to it over and over, Sean, and I must say, I am absolutely addicted to this album. I absolutely love it. I know there's been pluses and negatives and, it's redundant and, but she released like so many songs. I must say I'm like obsessed with the first like 15. I haven't even got past that point yet. I listened to it over and over and I love it. And I also think that a lot of people are saying, I'm not sure, it could be. But I always think as you start to listen to songs one time, two time, you start hearing it on the radio, they kind of have new life. And I think Taylor's album is going to turn where some people who say, I don't know, I listened to it and a lot of it seemed, just familiar and this and that. I have a feeling a bunch of these songs are really going to take off.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And this is not one of those albums that has like those really poppy, like bop kind of songs on it.
But there are a few.
There are some.
Actually, when you
they
listen
definitely
through.
have good beats, but
Yeah.
it's not like the traditional like summertime jammer kind of song.
No, there is one I would say that. Yes, there's one that's kind of like that I think will probably take off. You're right. It's different. There's something about, I've never been a lyric person, but I swear when I drive, I feel like I'm listening to like a book on tape set to music, like all these stories, and they're so relatable, but also, I'm an adult. So I don't know if a lot of her stories that she's telling now about these breakups and these deep connections and things that younger girls would understand just yet.
Right.
So not that matters. It's still like a story, but I don't know. And then even the whole like the song that she's referring to Kim Kardashian, people are getting so deep about that. In general, like, yes, the Kim is capitalized. It's almost like she's writing a song about the feelings of being bullied and how it affects you. And it's in general, it's a song about that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like word for word every single experience that she went through with Kim Kardashian and their little battle and how they haven't gotten along. Like it's referred to, you use like, experiments from life to make songs like that. But it's also a good song about how when, you're feeling bullied or when things don't go your way, how you really work to try and make something of yourself and prove them wrong.
Right.
In the end, it's a good song.
It is.
Yeah.
And Kim is giving it more publicity when she, puts out statements saying that Taylor should just get over their beef.
Right, exactly. Oh, and Kim loves it, let me tell you. Although Kim did lose 100,000 followers right off the bat. The Swifties, yeah. And then I unfollowed her, I'm not going to lie. I was like, you know what? If I want to see something of hers, I'll just go there. I don't really need to be following Kim Kardashian. I had to go with the Swifties on that one. But, and the only thing is, I just think it's all part of for both of them. It elevates both of their brands.
It does.
So
it
whatever.
does.
We could all be fooled, But okay, so let's talk about Vegas again. The Venetian Resort celebrating 25 years. And when we heard this, we were like, wow, 25 years already.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
It is. And that is happening May 3rd.
Yeah, so we are right up on this 25th anniversary celebration, and the Venetian has a lot of activities going on to celebrate the occasion. Buddy Valastro, the cake boss, we know him on TV as the cake boss. He has a couple restaurants over at the Venetian. He's going to be making some surprise appearances over there. Emeril Lagasse, another famed chef who's had a long time connection with the Venetian, is hosting a really fancy multi-course dinner over there at Delmonico Steakhouse. And there's just a lineup of some really great things going on to, keep this party going.
Yeah. I mean, Venetian's a great spot. It's a massive property. They have so
It
much
really
going.
is.
The Grand Canal shops, they've got the canals in there that go inside and outside. The Venetian itself, then the Palazzo. I mean, there's multiple restaurants and theaters, and I love it over there.
and Tao Nightclub and Day Club are over there at the Venetian. And I mean, there are just so many attractions. Madame Tussauds is in there.
Yeah.
There's the karaoke bar in the Grand Canal Shops. I mean, there is so much at this resort.
In St. Mark's Square, I love it
Yeah.
there. It's so cool. They're also, have been and are investing basically $1 billion, to make sure that they're constantly transforming the property and making sure it's up to date, enhancing the guest experience. They've already debuted a bunch of new restaurants and bars this year, entertainment venues like Voltaire. So, I mean, I love that they're investing in always making improvements. That's great news for the Venetian and for all the locals and visitors that come to Las Vegas.
It is. And so the Venetian is not only investing in its own property for its 25th anniversary, but it's also giving back to the Las Vegas community as well.
Yeah, they just received recognition from the White House, praising their new Food Rescue Alliance food donation program. And so I was reading a little bit more about this, and it's really cool. It's the Venetian in partnership with the Just One Project. Get this, Sean, the Venetian prepares over 3.5 million meals annually for conventions, conferences, trade shows, all the attendees. But any prepared any prepared or unserved food from the event qualifies for donation for the Food Rescue Alliance. And so they make sure to not just throw those out, to utilize them.
Yeah, and all this food is packaged and delivered fresh to people in Southern Nevada with food insecurity. So they're getting fresh, nutritious food thanks to this program that the Venetian has in place to make sure that food isn't going to waste. And that's such a commendable thing that they're doing.
Yeah, and I'm so glad they were recognized by the White House. So congratulations on that. It looks like year 25 for them is going to be a hit. And Sean, I want to remind everyone, Vegas Revealed is presented by Level Up Law. You don't have to live in Nevada to get help from Level Up.
Yeah, maybe you're in a situation where there's been a wrongful death case or been in a motor vehicle accident, even harmed in a rideshare. Call Level Up Law now at 855-LEVEL-UP.
If you've experienced a slip and fall, maybe injured in a place of business or on a construction site, call Level Up Law. They can help.
Even if you have property damage, wind resulting in downed trees, wildfires, water damage, the experienced team over at Level Up can help you.
Go to leveluplaw.com for more information or call them at 855-LEVEL-UP. That's 855-LEVEL-UP.
Well, Dana, do you have your dancing shoes on?
Well, I already did because I've been dipped by Gleb Savchenko himself, the Dancing with the Stars professional, who is now the celebrity guest host of Chippendales. He's trading in his ballroom dance shoes for the iconic bow tie and cuffs. He is the latest celebrity guest. They've had many through the years, and Gleb is now taken over for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we stopped over to the Rio as he was preparing, going through his final rehearsals before his first show with the Las Vegas Chippendales. And Dana, you had some hard-hitting questions for Gleb.
I did. It was fun to talk to him. I really enjoyed our conversation.
I'm bringing Prince Charming from Dancing with the Stars with a ton of dance experience and training, minus clothes. That's what people want, that's people want and what my fans are always wanted. And it's, Dancing with the Stars, we don't take a lot of shirts off. We used to, not anymore. But this is a great opportunity for me. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a lot of dancing because I'm a dancer.
Yep.
I'm going to be hosting the show. And I'm doing, besides the shower scene, the famous shower.
Oh, you're doing the shower scene. Okay. Oh my gosh, right there. That's enough to get your tickets. Buy your tickets now.
Exactly. But also, I'm doing Seduction. There's another one, which I'm super excited for.
And it's exciting to be part of the Chippendales brand. I mean, it's so iconic, worldwide brand. Did you ever think you would be in a Chippendales show?
No. But true story, I was in a Quick Change on tour that just passed the Dance with the Stars tour, and Val from Dance with the Stars looked at me in my underwear and said, "Dude, you look so good. You should do Chippendales." I haven't had a thought about it. Vinny did it, and he was on tour with us last year, and he was telling me how amazing it is, and like the room gets so electric and full of energy and just girls screaming, and I was like, wow, that's a really cool experience, but I've never had a thought to do it myself. So when Val said that, I was like, okay. So I reached out to my manager and I said, Dory, call Chippendales, I want to do it. And that's it. That's how we're here.
That's how we're here, and we're looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, the Chippendales I love that they change up the show all the time, and they're always trying to bring something fresh to it. So that's kind of fun, you coming in and using a little bit of your creativity, too.
Yeah. A lot of fun to be in the show and, host the show. And to me, being a professional dancer on Dance with the Stars is all about my celebrity partner, right? And I feel like this is my moment. It's all about Gleb Savchenko on stage, and just have fun, And the stage is my second home. This is where I feel most comfortable at, and I love to have that, just kind of like the control over the audience and just feel the energy, and that's why I do what I do.
Yeah. What do you think of Vegas? I don't know if you've visited here a lot before or you've just spent some time here now.
I've been to Vegas before several times, and I love it. I mean, the energy is crazy. You know what I've noticed is that every time, because I stay in a hotel, so every time I come down to a lobby, there's like a celebration feeling. Everybody wants to have fun. Everybody's excited to see the show, to go out, to eat. Like that has this energy. There's never like a low energy moment.
Even the Chippendale show has such great music in it. I mean, everyone just going in, you're like, okay, am I into this? And then immediately you become into it, no matter if you were reluctant to go there or your friends dragged you or whatever. So I think you're going to love it. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the boys make you. If you don't want it, they'll make you want it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They make you want it. I thought it was interesting when he talked about that they don't go shirtless on Dancing with the Stars anymore.
That is
or they're not allowed
interesting.
to, right?
Yes. I wonder if that's part of the Disney effect of owning ABC.
Maybe.
The Disneyfication of Dancing with the Stars.
Right. Well, listen, he mentioned he's doing that shower scene in the show, and I am there for it. It's
not only his shirt coming off.
I know. It's a great scene. But, it's so fun. Listen, and I know we have a lot of male listeners who are like, all right, Roselli, move on. But here's the deal. No matter what, and we always talk about this, I get so much joy going to those shows and Magic Mike, Thunder, Chippendales, and watching everyone have such a good time and letting loose, because that is what Vegas is about. And, we are spoiled. We live here. We see shows. We go to male review shows, women, fantasy, all these shows, and it's kind of normal to us.
It is.
And it's fun still, and it's elevated, and it's different, but watching other people have the time of their life doing something that they have never done before or seen before. And then you got the music and the vibe and celebrating, whether it's just a girls group, a guys group, a bachelor party, a bachelorette, a birthday party. Maybe it's grandma's 80th. I've seen that,
I've seen that too.
So it's fun. And people shouldn't knock shows like that when they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to do the show. It's like, go. It's fun.
Well, and here's the thing. The audience is predominantly a female audience. Yeah. However, there are a good number of guys who go with their best friend during her bachelorette or whatever. Groups of guys I've seen over at those shows. But I think like you're saying, the most
husbands and wives
go too. Yeah. To, get things off to a nice start before they go finish the evening somewhere. What I find so entertaining is the fact that when people step into these theaters, it's like almost a zone where no one's watching and anything goes. Like people feel those inhibitions just completely dropped away, especially once the show gets started.
Yeah.
And people are feeding off the energy of other people in the audience. And pretty soon, everybody is laughing, clapping, getting up, cheering on the people who are going up on stage. It's so fun.
It is. And it's a show.
It is.
Right. And it's just
and
you're
an
right.
experience.
It is so fun. I love it. I love it. I think it's great. You can go see Gleb for a limited time at the Rio Las Vegas. And, like I said, this is a limited engagement. He's just there April 25th through May 12th. So 3 weeks only. But he is so excited about this that I can't wait. We're going on Friday night. So I can't wait to see the show. And I think it's going to be so much fun. And, he even mentioned if you're a Housewives person, anyone, he's worked with on Dancing with the Stars. A lot of the Housewives, I think Lisa Vanderpump was one of his first dancing partners, I think he was saying, and Erica Jane. Yeah. And so he's, he knows that Erica had a show over at House of Blues and Lisa's got her restaurants in town. And I have a feeling we can expect some of them to show up.
Yeah. And I also have a feeling that if Gleb enjoys this run of 3 weeks, that he may be back for more.
Yeah, I agree. Then he's going off to Jersey, too, in the summer. He's doing the Jersey Shore trip in,
not Jersey,
City, yeah. The Atlantic City, yeah. So I think, oh my gosh, Jersey's going to eat him up. I'm from Jersey. I know what's going on over there. All right, let's do some tips.
Well, this is the time of year to take advantage of some beautiful Las Vegas spring weather. And one of the ways that you can do that is some outdoor movie nights. We have things that pop up on the Strip and across the Las Vegas Valley where this happens. But the latest movie venue is the Oasis Pool over at Fontainebleau.
Yeah, this is cool because even when we say springtime, it can get pretty hot during the day. However, once that sun goes down, the weather is perfect. And so it's great to be able to watch a movie out on a pool deck. And this is going to go all through the summer because even our summer nights, even though, again, it does get so hot during the day, the nights can feel just perfect and warm and comfortable. So the Fontainebleau is doing a movie night. It's the Oasis Cinema Club series, and it kicks off May 5th and goes through September 1st. Now, here's the deal, though. It's for hotel guests and Las Vegas locals. So if you're staying at another property, you can't just get in. You have to be staying at the Fontainebleau or be a Las Vegas local. Las Vegas locals, it's only $5. Hotel guests, it's free. And they have a whole lineup of different movies that they're showing. Doors at 7 p.m., movies at 8 p.m. They're showing Coco, Mamma Mia, Barbie, Mean Girls, Ted, Top Gun Maverick, Father of the Bride, Pretty Woman. It's a great lineup.
So again, this is May 5th through September 1st, each Sunday out on the Oasis pool deck. Throughout the summer.
Yeah. You can go to FontainebleauLasVegas.com and then you'll find a tab there. It's /Oasis-Cinema-Club if you want to go directly there. We'll put the link in our show notes as well.
Well, Dana, earlier you mentioned that we had another brunch option in tips. So here it is. This is in kind of an unusual, not unusual, but it's not your typical Las Vegas brunch. This one is over at the Venetian in the Grand Canal Shops at Flight Club. We've talked about Flight Club before. This is the social darts venue that is really a great spot, and I wish that more people got over there.
Yeah, Flight Club can be hard to find because it is there in the canal shops. And I know they bank a lot on and do well with convention business, but we love to let people know that it's there because it's a fun spot. It's a nice spot. It's different. It's unique. It's fun. And you need to go. And they've started this brunch. So this might be a way to get you there.
Yeah, and it's not just Sundays. Their brunch is on Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you can walk in or make a reservation to make sure that you have a spot. But there's a variety of food and drink options. You can do a la carte, or there's bundles that you can look into. I've taken my family there to Flight Club when they've been in town, and we had an absolute blast. I mean, we grew up, playing darts in East Coast bars. So this was like kind of a throwback to that. And but it's taken to a high-tech level.
Right. Modern.
Very modern.
And they do have windows in there where you can see the strip. It's actually strip side, so it's a little bit of a view as well.
And their cocktail menu is great. I have not had a cocktail there that I didn't like.
Yeah. Love that they're doing a brunch. I mean, why not? People, and I love the Saturday and Sunday thing, because sometimes, you know what? Sunday brunch just doesn't fit in the schedule, but Saturday does.
Very true.
Listen, thanks for listening, everyone. We love sharing all these experiences with you. We have a lot coming up that we're going to be doing. We just filled out our entire May calendar, and as usual, we're stressed but excited about how much is going on.
We've got a lot to bring you.
Oh, we really do, right?
Over the next month.
We'll be interviewing Sammy Hagar at some point for his new Sammy's Island over at the Palms. We've got the Power of Love Gala, which is going to be star-studded, and they're honoring Blake Shelton this year, but other people are going to be there to celebrate and raise money for the Lou Ruvo Center for Brain Health.
And we've got lots of restaurants and pools and brunches. The whole calendar is absolutely packed. So lots of good stuff coming your way throughout the next month and beyond right here on Vegas Revealed. And as always, thank you to our presenting sponsor, Level Up Law. Also, thank you to our sponsor, VegasNearMe. You can find the VegasNearMe app in Google Play and on the Apple App Store.
Yeah, and a little note on that. I saw one of the folks, influencers, bloggers on Twitter talk about how they mistakenly said a place was closed because on Yelp and some other app it said it was closed permanently, but that they were wrong. And they don't know why. And it made me think, VegasNearMe updates those hours and closures and temporary closures all the time. They're so specific about that. So I recommend definitely downloading VegasNearMe because they work so hard at keeping all the information current. And that's why I think it's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's your go-to guide for all things Las Vegas right there in your pocket.
Have a great week, everyone.